So that was Outcast with Hey. Yeah, absolutely love that song. So we've got another guest. So our next guest has taken an extraordinary path from Merseyside to the heart of Nigeria, stepping into a world few outsiders ever see, let alone live. Luke Leyland recently became the first Brit, the first white Westerner to be inducted into a traditional Dambe fighting house. So Dambe is a raw, ancient Nigerian martial art where fighters box using one rope wrapped fist, which is often blessed with juju, giving the battles a spiritual element as well as physical one. So Luke didn't just watch. Oh no, he trained, he fought, and he immersed himself in centuries-old warrior traditions. And now it's all part of a powerful new documentary. And Luke joins us tonight to share what drove him to take part, what he discovered, and what it means to stand inside a circle where very few outsiders have ever stood. Welcome to the studio, Luke.
Oh, cheers, Ngunan. Thank you. Made up to be here. Very excited.
You know what? When I saw your email, I was like, oh my goodness, is he crazy?
I get that a lot. I do get that a lot, but I feel more so destined than crazy.
Yeah. I think it must be a Scouse thing. Like, go where no man has gone before. You know, it is a unique journey.
Yeah.
But what made you step into that world?
To be honest, I've always been a fan of combat sports and also a fan of documentaries as well. I love a good documentary. And a couple of years ago, I thought, how can I immerse these two together? But in a unique way.
Yeah.
So I was looking at different sports to take part. And when I seen Dambe, it's well documented that I say this all the time, but I truly mean it. I thought it was a movie when I first seen it.
No way.
And I thought, you know what, if I could take part in this or at least just capture the culture, then that'll be a success. So I reached out, and about a year later, I was on the journey to my destiny. Yeah.
So, I mean, Dambe is thousands of years old.
Yeah.
How much did you know about it before you even took that step?
So before I'd actually seen the sport, I didn't know much about it at all. But then when I eventually seen it the first time, and I thought it was a movie, then I became a fan of the sport.
Okay.
So then I started becoming familiar with different fighters, and then the rules, and then different things, and then different promotions. So I was a fan from that day, even before I took part in it.
So how does it work out? Yeah, we talk about the fighting style there, but is it different styles or... Yeah.
So I think there's going to be different styles now that the door's open to the rest of the world to take part in it. When there is with different fighters, there is slightly different styles.
Okay.
They usually so they call the Dambe rope the kara, and that's usually the rope that the hand that they attack with. So it's a sport of the spear and shield.
Yeah.
So obviously your shield's the leading hand, and then the spear is the backhand there. So there's different styles. Now I have seen a Russian gentleman try and use the spear as the lead hand.
Okay.
It didn't work out for him too well, but it's different, and it's good to see little evolution things like that, in sports.
So did you get to fight?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I wouldn't have travelled all that way if I couldn't have took part in it. So eventually, when we got over there was a lot of people, there was a lot of media going on. So the question was, am I going to take part, and am I serious about this?
Okay.
And I said, yeah, 100%. I wanted to do a documentary capturing the culture, capturing the training, what it meant to the people in and around Dambe. And then I wanted to take part in everything that the fighters did.
Yeah.
So all the preparations and everything that they did, out of respect, really, because I didn't want to be treated any different. So I took part. It was a world that I've never been in before, in front of thousands of people. And it was a historic match because I was the first European competitor and white Westerner to take part. And the local fighters and the local people around Katsina was very happy I was there, and I felt like part of the community, and it was beautiful.
Oh, so you might have met some of my people, to be honest. Yeah, it's just people don't realise the difference. With Nigeria, it's such a massive country.
Oh, huge, yeah.
And I think there's maybe nearly 750 different tribes and languages. Mm-hmm. So did you get to pick up any language at all?
I did, yeah. So it's a bit of a long story, really, but I was the original opponent that I was due to face was a gentleman called Jan Sander. due to certain politics in Dambe, we didn't end up having a fight, but I did end up fighting another gentleman called Shagon Yallo. He's a very experienced fighter. So I knew going over there, I wanted to have a little bit of an edge over the fighters. Yeah. So I thought, right, let's learn a bit of it, like a little bit of Hausa. Yeah. That was the language.
Yeah.
So I remember the Rocky film. Do you remember when Ivan Drago stood there in front of Rocky and he said, if he dies, he dies. I thought that was really cool, and I thought if I can take a little bit of that with me. So when I seen Shagon Yallo, we faced off for the first time, and I looked at him and I said, Leyland Ngunan Zenyina Sara, which means Leyland is here and he will win. And he looked. I mean, there's obviously, like, you know, it'll probably sound a little bit different from me being a little bit Scouse and stuff, but Ngunan Zenyina Sara was something that I really wanted to take with me, and they all looked shocked that I said it. But I think it done the job, and to be honest, I think they were made up. That I learned.
Oh, they will be, because my mum speaks fluent Hausa, so she'll be made up. Oh, I can't speak it.
No.
Yeah, I can't speak it. But you know what? It's funny because a lot of people say don't go to North because of Boko Haram and it's dangerous. But actually, it's one of the most hospitable parts of Nigeria.
100%. So before I went, I'd done quite a lot of research. So I started off over in Lagos. So I landed in Lagos from London. We then flew out after a couple of bits of media to Kanu. Yeah. And then from Kanu, we drove through the night to Katsina, which is, you know, slightly on the edge of the Sahara there. And that's where the fight was. But on me doing a bit of research, it actually stated on the government website that if you're basically white British, not to go to these parts because of, you know, a little bit of unrest and stuff. But I can only say when I was there, the welcoming was just as warm as the weather, and the love that they showed me after the fight I'll carry that with me forever.
They just, I mean, obviously, you know, I always say I'm northern in Nigeria, I'm northern in the UK, I'm northern through and through.